Welcome to a new video. Today I decided to speak in English. Don't ask me why, I just felt like it. And I know I make mistakes, I know I have an accent, but like, who cares, right? So today I wanted to talk about differences between Switzerland and the United States. And in case you don't know, I'm from Switzerland, I live there, but currently I'm in Oregon, so in the United States, and I stay here for a year, and I just wanted to make a video about differences from Switzerland to the United States. And I hope you like this video, so give it a thumbs up if you do. And if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is about food and restaurants. And I really wish we had that in Switzerland. Here, if you go to a restaurant and you're done with your meal, they always ask you if you would like to have to-go boxes. So if you would like to, if you have leftovers, you can eat it all. They just ask you if you would like to have a to-go box to take it home, even if it's just a little bit. They always ask you. And we mostly do that. If it was delicious, we take it home and we eat it for dinner or something. It's just a really nice way, and you don't it's just a really nice way to not waste food, and I just like it. I think we don't really have that in Switzerland because our portions, if you go to a restaurant, are smaller, so you're usually able to eat the whole thing. But still, I would really wish to have that in Switzerland. The next thing about eating and food and stuff in restaurants is eating with a knife. They don't really eat with a knife. I mean, of course they cut things, they cut their meat or whatever, and then they use their knife, but then they cut it and then they put it away and just eat with their fork. I personally always, most of the time, I just eat with a knife, even if I don't cut anything. If I eat rice, I just scoop the rice on my fork with my knife, and I just use my knife even if I don't cut anything. And I understand it sometimes, but I don't know, if you go to a restaurant, I kind of expect to receive a knife. Last time we went to this Chinese restaurant and I ordered rice and meat and whatever, and I mean, I didn't have to cut anything, but I still wanted to have a knife, and I had to ask for a knife because she just gave me a fork. And it's just weird. I don't know, whatever. So the next thing about food and drinks and restaurants, whatever, is that they have so much ice. If you go to a restaurant, they put so much ice in your drink. This much is ice and this much is drink. Okay, no, I'm sorry, but it's so much ice and I don't like it. I bet there's a lot of people that really like cold drinks. I personally don't really like when they're too cold. I don't know, it's probably just me, but yeah. I think in Switzerland, if you go to a restaurant, we never have ice in our drinks. I think you can ask. I don't know. Then the next thing is kind of a cliche. It's the fast food. It's just crazy. It's crazy how many fast food restaurants they have. In Switzerland, I know Switzerland is a really small country, and the only fast food restaurants we have is McDonald's and Burger King. And here they have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Arby's, Wendy's. I love Arby's, by the way. Taco Bell, In-N-Out Burger. There's 1,000. Dairy Queen. Oh my goodness, I love Dairy Queen ice cream. I love the Oreo Blizzard. I think that's kind of obvious. I kind of knew that before I came here, but I still want to mention it. It's the pizza. In Switzerland, our pizza is really thin, and it's just thin. and you're like able to eat the whole pizza. But here, the pizza is really thick and I can eat like 3 pieces of it and then I'm full. And it's just, I personally prefer like our pizza in Switzerland, but I think that just depends on the person. I also tried the Chicago style pizza. That's like a really thick pizza, and I think it has like meats and whatever in it. It's just weird. But I really liked it, but it doesn't taste like pizza. It doesn't. The next thing I didn't know, maybe you probably knew, I was just stupid, I don't know, that cheesecake is not equals cheesecake in Switzerland. Like cheesecake is kind of a meal in Switzerland, and here cheesecake is a dessert. So it's like a cake, a pie, and yeah, it's just different. I tried it at Thanksgiving and I really liked it, but it doesn't taste like cheesecake, like Switzerland cheesecake. I don't know how to explain that. The next thing is the lunch break. Like in Switzerland, our lunch break is like about 1.5 hours. Here it's just a half an hour. And now I'm kind of used to it, but at first it was so, I didn't like it. It was like I was so stressed with eating, and I was used to eat like big lunches from home, so I didn't have enough time to eat that. So now I eat like breakfast. I didn't eat breakfast at home, but now I eat like a big breakfast, so I'm not that hungry at lunch, and it's just not enough time to eat. Like we once went, like me and my friends went to the Mexican restaurant in town, and it's like not even 5 minutes away from school. We went there, ordered our food, waited, went back, our lunch break was over. I was even late to class. And I didn't eat anything. So I asked, but I didn't really. I just sat there and ate my burrito. And yeah, the teacher didn't really care, but like our real teacher for that period, she wasn't there at that day. I was so glad because she's really strict and she wouldn't have allowed me to eat in there, but he did, and we had an exam, so I did my exam and had my burrito on my left side. I did my exam and ate my burrito, and it's just, school's also different, by the way, so yeah. And the next thing is, when you go grocery shopping here, they pack it for you. Like you go there, they pack it in these plastic bags, and all you have to do is pay and grab your bags and yeah, go. In Switzerland, you have to pay and you have to put all your stuff in, and I think it's really stressful if you're like in a hurry because there's other people coming and paying their things and you're still packing there. And yeah, they just take their time and pack the things, and I think that's kind of nice. I mean, like, you don't have to do it by yourself. That's kind of nice, right? And the next thing you also don't have to do by yourself, and you have to do that in Switzerland, is when you go to the gas station in Switzerland, you have to get out the car and do it all by yourself. And here you go to the gas station, then they just do it for you. You give them your credit card or whatever, you just pay for it and you're done. Like you're done, and you didn't even have to get out, and even if it's cold, you can just stay in there and be cozy. And yeah. The next thing is about style, and I think that's kind of different because here there's a lot more people that just wear sweatpants and like cozy clothes to school. Like there's a lot of people that just wear sweatpants to school, and in Switzerland there's really not a lot of people. There's like 1 or 2 people. I don't know, not really much. They just go out and go to the grocery store with sweatpants. They go like Black Friday shopping. They just, I saw a lot of people just in their pajamas going Black Friday shopping. Yeah, it's like you can do that if you want, but like in Switzerland, you don't really see, yeah, like you never see that. And another thing is that, like, when it was getting colder here, I saw a lot of people just having a blanket around, like they just went to school with a blanket and just walked around in school all day long with their blanket. Like, you would never see that in Switzerland, right? And that's kind of a random thing, but like literally all they have is like this lined paper. It looks like this. Here are my notes. It looks like this, and like I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Switzerland all we have is like this what they call it graphing paper. It's like with the squares, and they don't use that paper. They just use the lined paper, and all they use the graphing paper is to graph. But like I don't have graphing paper here. I don't really see that paper. It's just a small difference. Another one is that all the stores are open on Sundays. Like in Switzerland, everything is closed on Sundays. Like all the grocery stores, all the shopping malls, whatever. Everything is closed. Like sometimes there's a little shops at the gas station or whatever is open, but like most of the things are just closed, and I hate that, because like on the weekend I want to do something, and then I was like, oh yeah, I want to go shopping, and I was like, oh never mind, it's Sunday. Here you can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about the day, what day it is. And yeah, and what I also realized is that I think their stores are open longer. Like most stores in Switzerland close about 6 or 7 maybe, I don't know, or I don't know. I think here they're just open for longer. And like if you want to go shopping in Switzerland on a Saturday, the stores are like open until 5. That's like so early, right? And here they're open like way longer, like after 8, 9, I don't know. I think that's really cool. Another thing is small talk. I think small talk is more common here than in Switzerland. Like sometimes people say like, oh hi, how are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm good, how are you? And I don't know these people. I've never seen them in my whole life. I have no idea who they are, what their name is, where they're from. I don't know. They just, like, they pretend they know you. It's kind of weird. And, like, I really like that because it's nice, right? In Switzerland, maybe you would say hello to a stranger on the street. It's weird. And, like, just small talk is more common. Like, when you go grocery shopping and you just see someone and talk about something even if you don't know them. And yeah, the next thing is about school and homework and all that, and people in school. So first of all, the school is pretty different. Like the classes are a lot easier, and you have like more freedom. You can choose way more what you want to do in your classes, and school ends earlier. Yeah, so I mean like lunch break is shorter, but it's still kind of nice that school ends so early and starts so late. And yeah, so about the people, like in general, I would say that the students are more disrespectful to teachers. Like I don't want to go in details, but they're like, sometimes they can be kind of rude to teachers. And I'm getting used to it. Like they curse at teachers and all that stuff. Like, yeah, it's kind of terrible. Like in Switzerland, if you would do that, you would go like straight home. And here, like people, like some some teachers don't even say anything, they just ignore it. And yeah, that's just how it is. So about the grades and stuff, so you get grades for your homework if you have all your papers. And like you do, like they say, oh, this is your homework, you do it on this day, like you do it until tomorrow, and you do it and tomorrow, and if you have everything right, you have an 8+. And yeah, and you have exams, but not as much. And some people help you, like once we had to read this book, and there was like this vocabulary part where like there was a word and the definition, and you have to like sort it. And yeah, I didn't know the vocabulary because there were pretty different words. And so I just asked the teacher and told him I have no idea what that meant, and he just did it with me. And it's not because I'm an exchange student. There was this other girl that didn't understand any of the vocabulary words, and he did it with her also. So, and we have full points, no problem. And yeah, that's, I mean, like, why not, right? Okay, yeah, I think that was all. I hope I didn't forget anything. If you have any more like differences, you know, whether you're from Switzerland, United States, or somewhere else in this whole wide world, let me know in the comments. And yeah, hit the subscribe button if you liked it, and give it a thumbs up. And thank you for listening so much. Oh, I'm so excited for Christmas. I got this. I'm drinking out of this water bottle, but there's right one sitting there. It's so hot. Am I sweating? What is wrong with me? It's like love. Okay, whatever. I also tried to teach Chicago. When you go grocery shopping here, grocery. What? Pay and grab your bags and yeah, go. And you're still packing there. Roll down your window. Well, like, and I don't know these people. I've never seen them in my whole life. I have no idea who they are, what their name is, where they're from. I don't know. They just, like, they pretend they know you. Make sure to hit the subscribe. What is wrong with me?